Our church is filled with saints. You look around our church building and we have beautiful stained glass windows with images of Christ, but also images of saints. We have some along the sides, we have some up the top here, some out the back as well. We have statues of beautiful saints as well. But our church is not just sort of on the exterior having saints. I'm looking out at perhaps about 120 saints sitting in front of me. Through baptism, we become saints. This is what's promised to us in baptism, that we have a place in heaven. We become saints. The first reading today from the book of Apocalypse talks about how those who are in heaven are dressed in the white robe. When a person's baptized, they are dressed in a white robe. That is the garment of the saint. It's a bit like the team colours, you could say, is the white robe. We don't put on the colours of the Sharks, or we don't put on the colours of the Rabbitohs or the colours of the Wallabies. We put on the colours of the saint, which is the white robe. And that happens at all of the different sacraments. We wear white. At First Holy Communion, little girls sometimes wear white dresses, not because it's such an easy thing to keep clean when you have the lunch afterwards. We wear a white robe because it's a sign that we are a saint. Little boys at First Holy Communion will wear a white shirt as a reminder that they're saints as well. At confirmation, we wear white. At weddings, people wear white. Every time I celebrate Mass, I wear a white robe as well. Over the top of the white robe, I sometimes wear different colours to reflect the different liturgical seasons. But I put on a white robe, this one underneath. Every single Mass, there is a white robe that the priest wears as a reminder that the priest is called to be a saint as well. And over here, we have St. Angus wearing his little white robe as well. We are called to be saints. St. Augustine says, if others can be saints, well, why can't I? And that should be our statement as well. The gospel today, Jesus' great teachings on happiness and on sanctity, should identify with us as well. How are we going to be saints for our world? And the saints are so diverse. There are 4,000 or so saints that have been canonised, and many other millions, maybe billions of people who are in heaven who are saints as well. And each of them bring their humanity, each of them bring their passion in how they respond to the Beatitudes. So what sort of saint are you going to be? Are you going to be a saint who understands poverty and goes and serves the poor? Are you going to be a saint who brings about reconciliation and brings about peace in our world? Are you going to be a saint that inherits the earth, who cherishes the earth as our heritage and respects creation and the environment? Are you going to be a saint that might become a great teacher or an educator? Are you going to be a saint who prays with people? There's so many different saints. All of us are called to be saints. And today we celebrate all of the saints. All of us are called to be saints. So what sort of saint are you going to be? In a moment, I'm going to invite our reconciliation candidates to come up the front to have a little bit of a chat. And saints are meant to be the friends of Jesus. So what sort of friend do we want to be of Jesus? And saints should inspire us. Saints are people who are in heaven, and we are destined for heaven. That's what God wants for us. The challenge is, are we going to respond and be those saints that God has designed us to be? God wants us to be.